Okay guys, welcome to the new video of Saju Consultancy. Today here we are with the director of Saju Consultancy, Shweta ma'am, and myself, your friend Rohit. And today we are shedding light towards your UK journey. Okay ma'am, over to you.
So I seek immense pleasure in stating that we have given the best admissions to the best of the universities this time for September intake. And to name few universities where we have admitted our students is King's College London, Bayes Business School, then Queen Mary, University of Birmingham, Manchester University and Edinburgh University. And I would not like to forget the name of Bristol University. So this is the achievement of SAJO.
Okay, so today the main topic of our talk is the Pre-CAS interview. So today we'll be shedding light on the very much important questions that come into the interview, and it is first filter of yours towards your dream to the UK. So let's talk about the Pre-CAS interview. Ma'am, what is Pre-CAS interview?
Okay, so Rohit sir, before starting the questions of Pre-CAS interview, it's very important for the students to understand what is CAS and what is Pre-CAS.
Yeah.
So I think most of the people who are actually trying to pursue their studies outside, they know this term CAS. But what this CAS is actually, here we would be discussing that. So CAS is confirmation of acceptance of your studies. So this is one of the important documents that basically university furnishes for a student, which is used in their visa application. And the origin of this document is from embassy. Actually, embassy issues this document to the university, and later university gives this document to the student, which student uses in their visa. Without CAS, no student can actually apply for their visa. And I would say that CAS is a sort of guarantee of visa. I would not say that everyone who has received the CAS would get their visa, but it's a sort of guarantee. So CAS is the most important document in your journey to UK education.
Okay guys, so I hope the term CAS is now clear to you. So let's put our efforts towards the interview questions, what comes basically under it. So keep your notebook along with the pen ready and underline the keywords. If you have any doubts, so there is always an option in which you can comment to our comment box, and we'll come back to you on this. Okay ma'am, so basically what is Pre-CAS?
So Rohit sir, before moving further, since you have been dealing with so many students and you have been preparing so many students for the CAS interview, I would like to understand from you that is there something that you would like to tell our students that they should be prepared with before sitting for their CAS?
Okay, so the main thing which I believe is very much important in the interview is your location, where you are sitting. There should be a lot of things which you should carry while you are sitting in the interview room. So first of all, what comes to my mind is the proper lighting. The interviewer should have a clear view of your face so that he can get an idea of what you are speaking about. And most important above all is your passport. You should carry a copy of your passport, original. And the rest is, ma'am, would you like to add something?
Yes, I know few of my students who sat for the CAS interview without their passport. So I mean, that was very surprising. So guys, I believe that once you even think of the foreign education, you should have your passport handy with you in each and every situation. So as Rohit sir mentioned, passport is one of the most important document that you should have with you for your CAS interview, for your university interview, for your medicals, for anything, whatever is related to your university admissions or visa preparations.
Okay, so the most important question that students ask me is about the clarification and fluency of your language of English. So, ma'am, does this make an impact on your interview?
Okay, so yes, English proficiency is something that the admission committee looks into. So it is very important that you should have an average English. We don't look for the students for the higher or the highest level of English. But see, since we as an Indian have been studying English since childhood, so at least an average level of English is expected from a student. And generally, you know, Rohit sir, this fashion or trend of Pre-CAS interview started for the students who basically got the admission on the basis of medium of instructions, or they get the admissions on the basis of their 12th English exam. So basically the student who have not written their IELTS or PT or Duolingo was supposed to take Pre-CAS interview, but nowadays it has been, you know, mandatory for everyone. So yes, an average level of English and command over English to a certain extent is important. But yes, the other day we were discussing about the mother tongue influence. So guys, mother tongue influence, it actually doesn't have any negative impact on your interview decision. Because of diversity, people from different regions, people from different locations, they actually sit for this interview. And Even UK prefers diversity. So mother tongue influence is not a problem, but yes, an average level of English should be there.
Hope many of you will get a breath of your calmness. So let's proceed towards the next question. Does confidence level make an impact?
Oh yes. Whatever you speak, it has to be with confidence. So I think you only taught me this line that with confidence you can win major part of your battle. So this is something that my dear friend always used to teach me. So I think that confidence is key to the success. You actually win your major battle just by the confidence. So be very confident. See, at times the knowledge can actually be less or more, or the knowledge can be imbalanced at times, but the confidence actually make over that knowledge. So confidence is very important.
Okay, so like in order to ace your interview, I think the research would also play a vital role. So what are your thoughts on research?
Research is the most important thing in your complete life. It is a never ending process, and it is very important for your pre-CAS interview as well. Research as me research is a very diversified word, and I believe the research starts in the present time from internet. And as my dear friend always tells the student, that you should always start your research with Google, because it is the most important, or it is the biggest platform of search engine. And what according to you can be the other resources for the research?
What comes to my mind is that it's better to visit the website of the university, as they have everything given in the detail with the specific sections. So there are less chances of committing any mistake. Apart from that, there are also research papers you can carry forward towards your research. And I think talking to the best agents in the world could also make your thing or make your journey smooth.
So when you say that we should do our research from the university website, so should it be only from the university website where you have got the admission, or you think that there should be a diversified research?
It should be definitely diversified, as when you compare your university with the other similar universities, there are chances that you may get the clear picture about what you are expecting from the university, like their placements, their location, and many more. So I think it is always beneficial to not only look into the university website, but also the similar university website, so that you can make a fair comparison amongst the universities, and also you can get a clear idea like what is the things which are coming forward towards you.
So that means to conclude that you have to do the research not only about the university where you are going, but you have to research about those universities also where you have not taken from where you have not got the admission, or where you don't want to go. Because looking into the website of the respective universities, you get a clear comparison that why particularly you are taking this university and why you are discarding the other universities. And I believe that every university has the data related to the employment, related to their alumnus, related to the fees, scholarship, location. So very rightly said that research is very important, and research should be on various universities and on various countries from different websites.
And another questions which generally people ask me is that about like if they have given answer to the interviewer, and sometimes the interviewer seems not to be that convinced. So how they can clarify them? How like they can elaborate their answers in order to get the good chances of clearing the interview? Okay, so you're talking about basically about one particular university or one particular country. You are in general. You are talking in general, like most of the interviews, they do not get the clarification about the thing which the student is saying. So what are your thoughts on this?
Okay, yes, very rightly said that sometimes the student feels that he has given his best. The student tries to convince the interviewer, but interviewer doesn't seem to be convinced. So this will happen always. So my dear friend, as we mentioned before, that confidence, speaking something with confidence actually convinces the other person. I don't say that you have to be loud enough to convince the interviewer, or you have to repeat your sentences again and again to convince the interviewer. I think that you have to use some facts and figures to convince the interviewer.
So,
and when will you get those facts and figures? By visiting different websites, by doing research, and it should be a thorough research. See, you don't have to cram the location of the university, you don't have to cram the fees, or you don't have to cram the year in which the university was built. But you should have certain statistics with you, certain facts and figures, certain surveys with you. With those facts and figures, you can always convince anyone sitting in front of you.
So guys, so here keywords will be facts and the figures. So you have to keep an eye over it. So as much as fact or figures you can get it from the university website or any other sources, kindly keep an eye on it. So let's come back to the main topic, that is the interview. Now come to the main topic of the talk today. What is Pre-CAS interview? What can a student expect from the examiner or the interviewer in this type of form?
So Rohit sir, see, we have already discussed a lot about Pre-CAS interview. So I would again like to rephrase over here that an interview is a Pre-CAS interview is conducted by the admission committee of the university, actually to make you quite pro with the facts and figures of the university. They want to understand the level of your research about the university, about the country, about the fees, about the scholarship, and about the course which you are going to study. The basic idea is they want to know that have you done your own research or it is just your consultant who has convinced you to get admission in that particular university.
So guys, it should be the combined effort of both you and your consultant, and so it should be equally an important aspect of both of you to do this. Yes, ma'am.
And I'll tell you one more thing over here, that this Pre-CAS interview generally reduces the chances of the embassy interview. Generally nowadays, embassies are conducting interview after your visa is applied. But generally, if a student, if a university has already taken the Pre-CAS interview, this is pre-informed to the embassy. So in those cases, the chances of getting the embassy interviews are very less. That's the reason that a university wants to make a student act proactive, and they want to prepare the student for any challenges or for any situation that the student is not expecting to happen in future. So I would appreciate this Pre-CAS interview idea, because this prepares a student for anything that can come in his way till they get the visa. So talking about the most important question of Pre-CAS interview is the introduction of the student. So at this point of time, I would actually leave this question here only because this is quite a specific and tailored question. The introduction of a student depends on the student itself. So I don't think that we will be discussing about the introduction part in length, at least in this video. For this particular question, if anybody wants to approach us or if anybody wants our services in person, we are happily there to serve you. But I will move to the next question. And the next most important question of Pre-CAS interview is, why you want to study in UK and why not in other countries, which can be?
So as per my expertise, what I believe, where the word why arises, so it creates the confusion. So what I say is that in upcoming videos, we'll be focusing on these questions. So stay tuned with us as we have a set of series coming onto the videos which are focusing on the Pre-CAS interviews. So stay tuned, guys. All the best.
Stay tuned, guys. So in our next video, we are going to cover why UK, why not Australia, why not India, why not USA, why not the Asian countries, why not New Zealand. So we will be covering each and every aspect of this question in our next upcoming video. Thank you so much.